Hello, and in this video we're going to be looking at inspections within the Azzure IT Quality Management System for Business Central. The two inspection points available as standard within this system are purchase line receipt and production order output, so you can inspect goods coming into stock or goods that are output as the result of a production run. That's not to say that the solution can't be configured, but these are the defaults available as standard. You'll see on the home screen that we now have an area dedicated to inspections that will show all inspections, ones allocated to myself or to the team, but of course you can change this view to omit any that you don't need to see using the toggles. First thing you'll need to do is set up an inspection template. So these are the stages that we're going to go through when we're inspecting goods. This one here, basic goods inwards, is the one that we're going to use today, and it's based on the example that we have a supplier that may send us the odd subpart item, so we just want to inspect them before they're then made readily available. So we've got three steps. Visual check to check that the thread is free of rust. We've then got a diameter check, and then we've got a mark of who the good's been accepted by. Going into the socket head diameter, you'll see the rules behind each of these steps, so we can say that the pass criteria is between 19 and 21 millimeters, and then you've also got an area that contains instructions for the person that is carrying out the inspection. In this instance, because it is for a specific item instead of all items, we're going to match this to the item in our inventory. So we'll go into items and we'll search for the socket back that we want to apply the rule to, and then we'll click on the Actions tab, click on Inspection Rules, and then all we need to do is follow the wizard to set everything up. So we select our inspection point, so in this instance purchase line receipt, we give it a description, and then on the next page we'll specify what template we want to match it to. We've already done this, so I don't need to complete that again, but we can see that we've got purchase line receipt for our socket goods inwards check, and then selecting that we can see the template that is allocated to, in this instance the basic goods inwards template that we've set up from our home screen there. You can also see that you can also apply multiple templates to an inspection rules checklist, so if you do have some items that will go through multiple inspections, then that's absolutely fine as well. So we're going to go and create a purchase order just so that the system can do its thing and create an inspection for us. So we'll go into purchase orders, click on a new purchase order, and then we're going to go and select Coolwood Technologies. So socket back, just going to bring one in just to keep it simple, and then we're going to specify default location. Reason I've specified a default location is I want to illustrate the way that the item moves around. So in this workflow we do have the system set up so that once an inspection is created, it moves the item to an inspection location. You can also set up the system so that it will quarantine goods that fail in inspection as well. So those are all options available to you. So what we'll do is we'll just post and we'll receive here. What we'll see is we'll then get a notification that says we've created an inspection for you, which is great. So if we go back to the home page, we can go and carry out our inspection. So we can see here that we've gone from 1 to 2 inspections. Going into the inspection, we can just follow the steps. So first, we've got thread free of rust, so that's a visual check. So yes, we can see that that's acceptable. We've then got socket head diameter, so 20, yes, acceptable. And then we can mark who performed the inspection. You'll see then when we change the status, it's going to mark as passed because all of our criteria have passed. If for whatever reason it doesn't meet our criteria, you'll see that acceptable no means that changing the status will default to failed. So as I mentioned, if you are using a quarantine location, you can have it sent there if anything fails, so that you can then either process a goods return or just review it in a different location. So let's go back. Let's imagine that we have passed. There we go. Process, change status, passed, yes. Right, and that's all there is to it really, simple enough. But what we can see now, tracking it through the locations, when we go to our item ledger entries, we'll see the journey that the item's been on. There we go. So we've got inspection 11 that's come into the blue location. As soon as the inspection has been created, it's moved it to our inspection location until the inspection has passed, whereby it's moved it back into the blue location. Hopefully that's been useful. This has been Inspections using the Azzure IT Quality Management System.